We are live.
Good morning out there, and welcome to the Dallas Tigers broadcast of today's game, featuring the Desperados against the Dallas Tigers. Desperados out of Lewisville, Texas, Texas Desperados, and we are at Temple Junior College, home of the Leopards.
This is a National Junior College Athletic Association Region 5 team. Won the championship in both 05 and 2010. Been to the NJCAA World Series a couple times in the last 10 years. Beautiful, beautiful facility here, Paul. And Brandon Ernest starts the game off with a hit by pitch. Number 23, Michael Jordan, at the plate. Nicknamed Pat, will saunter down to first base, having been hit by the first pitch of the game. Brandon Ernest on the bump today for you. Behind the plate, Pearson Monroe. First base being played by Cole Solomon today. Chaz Peterson at second. Landon Longsworth at short, and Connor Lynch, your starting third baseman for the Dallas Tigers. Tate Trueblood in left, Ty Manning in center, and Brenton McMahon right field. That brings up number 34, Carnell, starting right fielder for the Desperados. Man on first, no outs. And that's a strongly hit ball, left fielder ranging over, right on the foul line, and he's got it for one out. Ball into Landon Longsworth. That's Tate Trueblood catching the first fly out of the game.
2 pitches, 1 hit batter, 1 out.
You gotta love it. Efficient, if nothing else.
Batting third is your second baseman, Garrett, number 1 in the lineup.
Brandon from the stretch, obviously. Looking in for the sign. Number 21, Brandon on deck, the catcher for the Desperados. And a light toss over to first base to make sure that Pat's paying attention over there. Keep him close. I'm not sure that even qualifies as a B move, but we might see something else. And another strike down the middle. It's a ground ball. Could be a double play. Oh, a nice slide into second. Takes out Chaz Peterson. No opportunity to make the throw to first. But Longsworth makes a toss over to Peterson for the easy out at second. And we've got 2 outs and a man at first. Brings up the catcher, number 21, Brandon.
And Beast pitching to contact, obviously.
There you go. 3 pitches.
1 in
3
the hip,
balls in play.
1 in the hip, and then 2 to the bat. Had a chance for a 3-pitch inning, which would be rare, right there.
Yeah, that would have been a nice flip, but that was a great slide. It would have been tough. Pretty good speed. Pickoff move back to first base. That's closer to the A move than the last time we saw the pickoff move. But he's back easily. Brandon, 3 pitches and 2 pickoff moves so far in the inning. Has 2 outs. Nice curveball in there for strike 1. So the only ball was the first pitch of the game. And as you said, made contact with the hip of the leadoff runner. There's another strike down the middle. Just missed by the batter. Fouled off the screen. Way ahead on the count, 0-2. I think at this point Brandon will be ignoring that runner.
Like to see a good smart pitch here. Got way ahead in the count.
Pearson setting up down and out. Gorgeous pitch,
and
he gets a call.
Looked like a slider there, caught the outside corner, and that's a 6-pitch inning.
You got to like that. So there's no hits, no errors, no runs. 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the first. And your Dallas Tigers will be up to bat, and we'll return in 1 moment. It's amazing how quick it comes up on.
Yeah.
Tell me, yeah.
We're back for the bottom of the first inning. Your Dallas Tigers up to bat after a 4-batter experience on the top half of the inning. Carnell is our pitcher today. No.
Number 9,
sorry,
Angelo.
Number
Angelo
9.
will be our starting pitcher. And
Looked very sharp, very crisp in his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to go. Ty Manning leads off for the Tigers.
Cleanup batter Brandon completes the battery at catcher, number 21. It's a ball outside and low. First base being held down by number 24, Ryan. And Garrett at second base. Caden at shortstop. Justin at third base. And that's a ball outside for ball 2.
Have the left fielder shaded over toward the line, opening a big gap in left center.
That's number 15, Jordan, in left field. Pat, number 23, in center field.
But otherwise, the defense is pretty straight up. Other than that, the third baseman off the line quite a bit.
Gets the call on the inside corner there against Ty Manning. That ball almost looked like it was going to catch Ty Manning in the leg, which would have surprised all of us. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. Defense is completed by number 34 in right field, Carnell, your second hole batter. So Ty Manning at the plate with 2 balls, 2 strikes. A swing and a foul straight down. Catcher up with the ball. Keep the count at 2.
2. Little spin on that one. Not sure it was a fastball, maybe a little slider or a little cut fastball maybe.
That's a foul ball into down the line. First baseman ranging, but just couldn't, running backwards, make the play on that one. Tough one. Did all he could to get there. That'll go down as another foul ball and keep the count at 2-2.
And Ty, the leadoff hitter that has had so much success in this position, doing what he does, he's about to see his 7th pitch of the at-bat.
Correct. And we're looking in for the signs. Come set. Swinging a hard hit ball down the left field line, but that goes foul. Run all the way down to the fence. Catcher's up with a new ball. And we'll now go to the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Tried to work him outside. Didn't get him to chase. Takes the count full. And a swing and a miss.
Likely ball 4 there. You don't see that from Ty in that position. You see him on first base. It was a little bit high and away, but he offered and swung through it for the first out of the inning.
Yep. Good at bat, though. Just maybe faked out on that last pitch, thinking it was going to come back into the zone. Might have tailed just a little bit outside. Brings up Cole Solomon, your first baseman. Takes strike 1, the outside half of the plate, right at the knees.
His fastball does have some tailing action against the right-handers here.
That one's up. Takes the count to 1-1. There's a hard hit ball. 3 or 4 hopper to the shortstop, comes up, makes the throw. Short hops the first baseman, who makes a nice job picking it off the dirt. So Cole Solomon jogged back to the dugout as the second out, bringing up Connor Lynch, your 3-hole batter, playing third base today.
Just a little bit off the end of the bat there, toward the cap. Just didn't have the oomph to get it by the shortstop there. Close play down at first, but 2 gone in the inning.
Outside for ball 1. Connor Lynch, hot-hitting right-hander. Really turned into a utility player here for the Dallas Tigers. Mostly infielder on the corners up until this season, but been playing quite a bit of outfield. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Runs the count to 1-1. There's a foul off the catcher's helmet. Strike 2.
And you mentioned hot hitting. He's been the most consistent hitter for the season, but especially here in the last month, and especially hot, flaring balls all over both sets of fields, and coming in with some clutch hits as well.
No doubt. And there's another one. Two-hopper over the third baseman's glove. Clearly a base hit to get a runner on base, so he stays hot.
It's going to bring up your cleanup hitter, Dawson Shelburne. Playing with us for the second tournament of the year. Played mostly infield. He pitches a little bit, and been a very solid addition on the offensive side of the things for the Tigers.
Look for the Tigers to be aggressive here on the bases early in the game and get a runner in scoring position for your cleanup hitter. I think in Bankston's mind, worst case scenario, if Lynch gets picked off, then he's starting off the inning with a great batter next inning. It's a ball outside.
Both of those balls started out and tailed that way further. Neither one got the call because of that. And 2-0, Dawson will be looking for something that he can drive somewhere.
Pretty good lead on a left-hander there, and he draws the throwback. First baseman does the fake throw to the pitcher, walking away, just to see if the runner isn't paying attention, but Connor is, stays on the bag.
No first base coach to direct him, so a little more discipline for the players needed.
And that misses down and away, takes the count to 3-0. Bankston spending some extra time with Tate Trueblood down there at the third base line, doing some extra coaching. Not sure what's going on there. And that one he leaves up above the belt for ball 4. Shelburne will take his trip down to first base. So Tigers are in business with runners at first and second. However, there are 2 outs.
Brings up Landon Longsworth, who yesterday homered for the first time that I recall, first time of the season anyway.
Yep.
And has been hitting it right on the barrel and been really hot here in the last couple weeks. So a dangerous hitter all of a sudden for the Tigers against the Desperados, and somebody that showed some power yesterday.
No doubt about it. Took strike 1 there on the inside corner, but he's looking to drive another ball, get another RBI. That's a hard hit ball, but it's right at the shortstop, who comes up, makes the flip over to third base. A little dancing action going on over there, but the play is made, and that'll be the third out of the inning. Tigers will go down after 5 batters. 1 hit, 1 man reached on a walk, 2 left on base. We'll be back with the top of the second. No score in your Tigers versus the Desperado game here at Temple College. Welcome back to Temple Junior College, home of the Leopards. Your Dallas Tigers, on the top of the second against the Texas Desperados. A little defensive switch for the Dallas Tigers. Connor Lynch moving to second base. Dawson Shelburne to shortstop and Landon Longsworth to third. Brandon Ernest on the mound, starts him out with strike 1. Breaking ball. Chaz Peterson is rotated into the dugout for this inning. That's a swing and a foul ball for strike 2. So immediately Ernest ahead on this batter. 0-2 count. This is your first baseman, Ryan, number 24. And it's an inside pitch that he fights off the hands right to the second baseman, Connor Lynch, who lobs it over to Cole Solomon as Ryan was jogging down the first base line.
A 3-hopper out to the second base. A nice pitch in on the hands. A little up in the zone. Couldn't do anything with it except get it in play. That's what you'll see out of Ernest when he's effective. And obviously a lot of strikes. That one's going to go up the middle.
First pitch swinging by Jordan, number 15, the left fielder. And he puts it right by Ernest, straight up the field. And then Shelburne obviously not able to get there from shortstop. Connor Lynch made a great effort from second base. Not able to glove it. So it's a hit. And the first in the books for the Texas Desperados. Brings up number 18, Caden, your shortstop.
And back to the stretch for Ernest. The throw over. Your Tigers are playing straight away, double play depth up the middle. Another throw over.
Ernest want to keep him close. The way he got down to first base clearly has some speed. Nice pitch. Catches the right outside corner. Strike one. Another strike up in the zone this time. Gets him swinging. 0-2 count.
Continues to pound the zone. The first ball he threw was the first batter. I think it's been strike since. And works ahead in this count. 0-2. Drops down and misses just outside.
He's intentionally throwing it there. Almost hit the spot that Pearson was set up at, hoping to get the batter to offer it something outside of the zone.
Definitely just changed the look there.
Yep. 1-2 the count. Wouldn't be surprised to see the runner going on this pitch. Nope, he stays put. It's a ground ball in the second base gap. This is going to be a play to first base. Gets the out. Lynch looked over at second base like he wanted to make the throw over to Dawson to get the out, but the lead runner was going to make that a very tough play. Took the smart play, got the out at first. So we've got 1 out, man at second. Correction, 2 outs, man at second.
Bankston doing his usual coaching, just talking about setting up how he was going to receive that instead of square, just setting his hips up for the possible throw early.
All right.
And that's what you see out of Bankston is no moment is too big for the next coaching moment.
There you go. Swinging a foul tip for strike one. And as we talk about oftentimes, you make a defensive move, it seems the ball finds him. Connor Lynch, not a typical second baseman body style. Been playing on the corners most of the year. Makes the move from third base in the last inning to second base, and the first ground balls go right his way, and the only hit he was the only one who could have possibly made a play on it. So they find the new player all the time.
This is low with a breaker there. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Back pick at second. Back easily.
Sneaky good moves by Brandon Ernest. He does not give up a lot of stolen bases. He keeps the runner tight. To the plate. Oh, this one's high and gets away from Pearson Monroe. That one just seemed to tail up and away from Pearson as he was not expecting that ball above the batter. Moves the runner to third base. Takes the count to 2-1. Pearson needs to make sure that he's stopping everything now. We don't want to give up a cheap run at home plate here on a pass ball.
And plenty of distance from the catcher to the backstop. Anything by the catcher will be a run.
Batters might find it just a little, or runners might find just a little hesitation as there is a concrete wall the first 2.5 feet.
Foul ball. Fouled away over the right-hand screen, over the first base dugout. That'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So if a low ball gets away with maybe 1 hop, it hits that concrete, it could come back to the home plate pretty quickly. But I think you're right. In most cases, that ball's going to die either in the net or catch too much grass.
Good fastball, ran in on him, but fouled off and off Pearson's mask. Might have caught a piece of blue as well.
Yeah.
But no harm, no foul. Everybody's ready to go. Be back to the windup.
2-2 count. And he nails him. It's a curveball that just got away from Brandon. Left it in the right-handed batter's box. 13 turned, doing what you're supposed to do, thinking it might break some more, still staying ready, but he just ate that one right between the shoulder blades and jogs on down to first base for the second hit by pitch of the game and the second runner of the inning. They're now at the corners with 2 outs, and that'll bring a mound visit by Cameron Bankston. Again, no major concerns, just wants to make sure everybody knows what we're going to do here with 2 outs and a well-coached team that we're playing. certainly going to see some sort of first and third maneuver, and we don't want to make a mistake here by miscommunication. They break away, but Pearson just spent a little bit more time with Banks to make sure he gets his word in.
That's going to bring up your designated hitter, Collins, number 28. Again, runners on the corners, 2 outs, top of the second.
No score, and the Tigers trying to keep it that way. That's a nubber, ground ball that's just barely going to get to the shortstop, who cuts off the third baseman. Our third baseman cuts off the shortstop and blinds him there. That's just a seeing eye single in the infield. It was going to be a single the whole way. Should have kept the runners at first and second. Brandon wisely doesn't make a diving attempt trying to get the ball as it's going by the mound, which surely would have caused an error. But Landon couldn't resist trying to make the play, blinded Shelburne at the shortstop position, and when Landon missed it, it went between Shelburne's legs. Ekes out there, allows the runner to advance all the way from first to third. So we're back with a last man in the order, the pitcher. Or correction, pitcher not batting. We're at the top of the order with Pat at number 23, hit by pitch on the first pitch of the game. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, and 1 run now on the board by the Desperados. Brandon Ernest with the deep breath, fake lob over to first base and quick spin to third. Longsworth makes the tag, but it's just late. Desperados are safe on both bags.
Nearly caught him over there. Did not come in diving, and the tag was there, but just a little late. Starts him off with a strike on the outer half. Pat was hit by a pitch on the first pitch of the game. Now batting with runners on the corner, 2 out. And that one's a fly ball. Routine out to Tate Trueblood. The big cat under it makes the one-handed catch to retire the side.
But not before the Desperados put a run on the board. 1 hit. 2 hits. 2 men left on base. 1 error in the inning, we believe. We'll have to get the official scoring on that. And now the Desperados lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. We'll be back in a moment. So welcome back to Temple, Texas, where your Dallas Tigers are batting in the bottom of the second against Texas Desperados. Desperados take a 1-0 lead in the top of the second on 2 hits. Good hard hit single up the middle. That runner eventually scores on a swinging bunt that just gets past the pitcher's mound and past the shortstop, a dribbler. Brings Brandon Ernest up, the pitcher today, also batting. 6-hole. First pitch fouled off over the screen for strike 1. That's high, ball 1. Takes the count to 1-1. Brandon Ernest looking to get on base here. Start an answer inning for the Tigers. Left-hander leaves that one outside. Catcher was set up on the inside corner, but Angelo not able to hit his spot there. Leaves it outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss there. He was looking for the fastball. Probably got the changeup. A little bit ahead of it. 2-2 count.
It was a good hack, but clearly fooled on the speed there as he took something off. That evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Your leadoff batter in the bottom of the second, Brandon Ernest.
Need a base runner here.
And strikes out swinging. Good tailing fastball that we've seen from the left-hander.
It's really got some nice movement on it.
Starts on the outer half of the plate and works its way out of the zone, but can't let that one go either. Nice pitch.
That brings up Chaz Peterson, number 10, starting second baseman. Batting in the 6-hole today. Digs in. And rips a hard one down the left field line. It looks like it's going to go foul. Third baseman's in pursuit. Drops about 150 feet down there, harmlessly into the grass for strike one.
A lot of grass in foul ground, but the players so far have not made use of it, tracking those pop flies. It was a long run for sure, and just out of the reach of all three players.
Yeah, left fielder really didn't make much movement on that. He's playing the line more, as Paul pointed out last inning, so there's a huge left center gap. But really the only play that was being attempted there was by the third baseman. So Chaz Peterson squares the bunt, takes high fastball that is called strike two. 0-2 behind in the count. Now Chaz needs to battle here. A swing and a foul ball straight up over the screen.
Probably got away with one right there. That's the most of the plate we've seen from this left-hander, right down the heart of the plate right there on an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, clearly not what he was looking to do. Was off speed, but you don't want to find that much of the zone belt high. Takes a lot off of that one. It's a dribbler down between first and second. Second baseman ranges over and makes the hard throw to first, just beating Chaz.
Very close play, but a good call down there at first base. Chaz hustling all the way. Showed good speed there, but just couldn't outrun it.
Yeah. Almost had an opportunity for a mental error there. First baseman started heading in the direction of the ball. Thought better, let the rangy second baseman get over there and make the play. Hustled back to the bag and was there just in time. That brings up Matt Natoli, your extra hitter of the game. Hard swing, strike one.
Matt, who had 2 doubles in yesterday afternoon's game, was also 1 for 2 in the morning game. 3 for 4 on the day yesterday. Showed good power, good plate awareness. Checks his swing, got the call down there at first base as he did not go. And that'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's the rare Blue checking with Blue rather than being asked to check with Blue. Immediately wasn't sure of the call, so he looked down to his partner, and the partner calls it safe. That's low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Matt Natoli.
Changing speeds well here. That looked like a changeup.
I would guess his top speed's nowhere close to 80 miles an hour, but
and this is going to be close as well, but they do make the play. Similar play as the last one, a little nubber off toward the second baseman who charges the ball and makes a quick flip to the first baseman to retire the Tigers in order. That's the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's 1-0 Desperados over your Tigers.
We'll be back in a moment. Carnell, the right fielder.
Welcome back for the top of the third. Carnell, the 2-hole hitter, facing Ernest, who's on in for his 3rd inning of work.
Flew out to left field on the first pitch he saw last in the top of the first inning. Take strike one there.
Down at the knees, nice location there.
Again, Ernest pounding the zone. And gets the called strike on a breaking ball. Impossible to hit there. Pearson Monroe couldn't even catch it. That was a great pitch. Tries to get his eyes to move outside there. Misses the zone intentionally. Throws that one a little harder, I think, intentionally as well.
Yep.
1-2 the count. Drop down slider. This is a hard line drive right to right fielder. Brenton McMahon on it the whole way. Number 34 out before he reaches the bag.
Changed the angle of the pitch, dropped down, gave him one. Not fooled, hit a nice solid line drive, but right at the right fielder, Brenton, for the first out of the inning. That brings up Garrett Oldham, the second baseman, number 1, batting in the 3-hole here.
Grounded out to the shortstop last time, and a first pitch right back at Langsworth, who zips over about a 90-mile-an-hour throw across the line, just in time to beat a speedy runner down the bag. Second out of the inning. That ball took
bang play at first on a routine grounder there, so a lot of hustle there.
He's playing deep in the hole, and the ball took a little bit of time to get there. Rather than charging it, Longsworth relied on his arm, which we all know he has, and he zipped that ball over there. Nice stretch by Solomon to make the play. That brings up the cleanup hitter, number 21, catching. He takes the first one and a shot out to right field. Brenton McMahon makes the diving attempt just off the heel of the glove. That'll go down as a hit. Great effort by McMahon. Unable to keep the runner off the bag, though.
Was playing shallow, and thankfully Ty Manning was coming for backup there, as that ball, with 2 outs, you don't want to leave your feet in that situation, but it looked like he was going to make the play, and got a lot of glove on it.
He did, and like you said, that's high risk because that ball gets away from him. That could be a triple easily, and not something you really need to take a chance on in the situation with 2 outs. Ernest comes back with the tailing fastball, tails back into the zone.
He threw a slider there from the drop down position, a beautiful pitch that came on the inside corner and popped up harmlessly just over the shortstop, but center fielder Ty Manning makes the running planted catch.
As we see him coming into the dugout, didn't give Connor Lynch credit for moving out there to left field, and it appears Manitola was holding down third base on that inning. But that nonetheless sends the Leopards into the dugout. 1 hit, 1 man left on base, no runs. Score stays 1-0. Tigers down and going to be batting in the third when we come back. Dallas Tigers batting in the bottom of the third. Tate Trueblood leading off, takes ball 1. Ball 2 in the dirt there. Tate Trueblood batting in the 9-hole here. Tigers batting the entire lineup today, all 11 batters. 2 EHs with the pitcher Brandon Ernest batting his own. Tate Trueblood started out of left field. Rotated out that inning. That's 3 straight balls he's seen. None really even enticing. And you can bet the take will be on here, looking to get the leadoff runner in the bottom of the third.
Takes a strike right down the middle, heart of the plate, and he'd love to see that one again. 3-1's your count on the leadoff hitter, Tate Trueblood.
And he does see that one again, maybe a little bit upper in the zone, and he drills this one straight back up the middle. So we got the leadoff runner on for the Dallas Tigers. Brings up Pearson Monroe, number 11, your starting catcher. Tigers down 1-0. Gave up a run in the second on a good hard hit single and then a weak infield single. Trueblood gets a good lead and Pearson Monroe drops down the bunt. This is going to be a nice one. Close play at first. He gets him just barely. Catcher makes a nice spin move. Similar to what we saw yesterday, Paul. He did not look at first base. He just picked the ball up and slung it.
Yeah, a great play by your catcher. Good pop on it and got out there. Good strong throw as well, right to the bag.
That'll go in the book as a sack bunt. Moves Trueblood to second base and brings up Brenton McMahon, your 11-hole hitter.
Cameron out there just questioning whether the foot was on the bag, I believe, as it was clear the throw was on time.
It was a close play. Not a very long discussion there with Blue, and we see the fist pump confirming the out.
That's going to bring up Brenton McMahon.
McMahon, your right fielder. 2 balls find him last inning. Both tough plays.
Second baseman holding Tate Trueblood on and opening a big gap on the right side of the infield. Jogs over, somewhat in position, but that's still a big hole for Brenton up at the plate here.
And this left-hander has been working the outside corner, so that's going to open up those oppo hits for Brenton McMahon, who plays pretty far from the plate as it is. It's called strike 1 on the corner. Goes inside.
Comes inside, under the hands, and swing and a miss, and he's now ahead 0-2.
Trueblood getting a pretty substantial lead as the second baseman is breaking off early, and Bankston talking to him, entice the catcher to think about a throw down to second behind him. Swing and a miss, and that's a 3-pitch strikeout.
Really nice work by the lefty there, right at him. Good fastball starting him out on the outside, and then brought it inside for the next 2 and retired him in 3 pitches.
Turns over the order for the Tigers, bringing up Ty Manning. Struck out in an 8-pitch at bat last time up as he started the game. Started the bottom of the first, excuse me. Hope to do more here.
This one is drilled to center, but it's going to be playable. And that'll retire the side.
Sack bunt for the first out, strikeout for the second out, and the fly out to third ends the inning. So the Tigers get one hit, leave one man left on base, and we'll be back with the top of the fourth. Your Tigers still down 1-0.
I work with a bunch of guys like that.
Nice.
Tate's behind the dish.
Nice. All right, Ernest back to the hill, scheduled for 3 innings, but back on the hill, pitch count in good shape. And that's going to be a line drive to left field, shading that way, and an easy play for Connor Lynch, who's taken over the duties in left field. We got Tate Trueblood, Ernest's battery mate, best friends, and that'll be a welcome sign back there for the Big Cat, playing all positions as usual. Ty Manning still in center, Brenton McMahon in right. We got Cole Solomon at first, Chaz Peterson back at second base, Landon Longsworth at short.
Dawson Shelburne's taking over the duties over there at third base.
Third base been a little bit revolving.
Brandon working ahead again with that fastball, breaking back into the plate. It's really been a problem, though. He's got clear 6-8 inch movement on his fastball today. There's that. Throws the same pitch, but this time he starts it over the inside corner, breaks it into the batter, swing and a miss. No chance of contact there. So you're ahead again, 0-2 on Caden, your shortstop, who grounded out to the third baseman, or second baseman last time up. Oh, and a beautiful curveball. Should sit him down in 3 pitches. Froze him. Batter just sat there and watched Blue call it. He knew what had happened there. Beautiful pitch for the second out of the inning. And Ernest again working quick. Up on the rubber, ready to go, as the third baseman, number 13, Justin, takes first pitch, ball 1.
Tried to come inside, tailed just inside for ball 1.
A little bit more inside on that one. Clearly ball 2. 13 wisely gets his head out of the way. And that's the same pitch, but in the zone. Just beautiful tail on it. Just makes it so difficult to hit. Swing and a miss. Takes the count to 2-1. Gets the outside corner there as Trueblood frames it. Brings the count to 2-2.
Looked like he missed his spot there, but got the call.
Again, it's that tail catching the backside of the plate for the umpire. Puts this one down the middle.
Probably more plate than he wanted there, but it went foul.
It was foul the whole way. Lynch was legging it out, trying to get to it. But as we said, that's a lot of green territory there. That ball was a good 20 feet foul. Lynch 5 feet short of it by the time it hit the ground. Keeps the count at 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Desperados up 1-0 against your Dallas Tigers.
Quickly to the windup. He drops the curve in. This one is hammered to left. Might have been looking for that one.
That's it, Justin.
A little bit up in the zone that time. And hit sharply into left field for a solid single.
Only the 4th hit of the game for the Desperados, and gives them a base runner that with 2 outs. Usually Ernest handles harmlessly. Brings up the DH, number 28, Collins. Infield single for an RBI last time up. It was that seeing eye single that 3 players had a chance to get, but nobody really got.
This one well hit. Sharp line drive, but right at the shortstop, Landon Longsworth, for the 3rd out of the inning. Again, pitching to contact and getting out of the inning quickly.
So that leaves it at 1-0 Desperados. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th with Cole Solomon leading off the inning when we return.
Come on, Cole.
Welcome back to Temple College, home of the Leopards, Region 5 champs from 2010 and 2006 in NJCCA baseball. Your Dallas Tigers taking on the Texas Desperados, both from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Desperados leading 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Cole Solomon leading off the inning for the Tigers. Takes ball 2, both up and away. No defensive changes that we've noticed for the Desperados, although they do have 4 substitutes in the dugout. Desperados and the Dallas Tigers both sporting Detroit Tiger wear. Today the Desperados are in their classic white, blue high socks, orange bills on the caps. Dallas Tigers in all gray today. Gray pants with blue piping, gray jerseys, white batting helmets, gray caps. Ball 4 to Cole Solomon on a 5-pitch walk. Leads off the top of the fourth. He'll jog down to first base. Cole Solomon, who doesn't get to run the bases much because he's typically playing in the catcher position, but is now getting coached up and going to get an opportunity to run the bases, representing the tying run. Did you bring this? Thank you, sir.
Thanks very much.
That brings up Connor Lynch, as we mentioned last time, hot hitting, singled in the first inning between third and shortstop. Really kind of two-hopped over the third baseman's glove. Calls time here. The lefty's looking at the runner a little bit more than the catcher. Cole Solomon with a decent lead at first base, stretching it a little bit, and draws the throwback. And easily standing up. He's going to want to see as many moves as he can from this pitcher. We haven't had enough base runners to really get a good read on his move. And that's in there for strike 1. Looked like he took a little bit off of that one. Might have been a changeup inside. Not a pitch you can drive. Connor's wise to take that one for strike 1. And a swing and strike 2, and a throw down to first base. Solomon's in back, diving and dirty.
That's one you haven't seen Connor Lynch miss very much. Fastball over the heart of the plate, a little up in the zone, but he's been raking that one here of late.
Makes it an 0-2 count. We'll be looking for productive use of the bat here. And the move to third, or first. No surprise there. Cole Solomon back easily, standing up. Short and primary with a left-handed pitcher. Shortened for Cole Solomon, though. It's pretty strong. First move, stealing second base. Beats the fielders to the bag. Catcher decides better of it. Doesn't throw down, so it's an easy steal for Cole Solomon. And a take of ball 1 for Connor Lynch. Up and just out of the zone. 1-2 the count. Now with the leadoff runner at second in scoring position. And Connor Lynch fouls this, high and fastball, up in the zone and a little bit outside, spoiled it out over the screen and the first base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes still the count to Connor Lynch. Angelo comes set, but then takes the inside move to hold the runner. No throw. That's a ball low, draws the throw from the catcher down to second base. I think the catcher thought he got strikeout there, but that ball is going to be just down and out a little bit. 2-2 the count.
We've seen that one called a strike, so it was just missed on the outer half.
Yeah, I'm surprised Connor took that. That's one you probably need to spoil if you can't count on the...
like that.
Yeah, you can't
really
count on the umpire not
right
calling
there.
that one. Great pitch there, not one you can hit, but Connor does his job and spoils that pitch. 2-2 the count. We're about to see the 7th pitch of this at bat. Cole Solomon with a great lead. Second baseman coming over to hold him a little bit, but breaks. And there's a break to third base and a swing and a foul ball.
And you got to hand it to Connor there, who protected his at bat, but Cole Solomon had a great break on that. Had third base easily.
Yeah. Lynch doesn't have much choice there. Coach knows he's probably going to get a strike there at a 2-2 count. Pitcher not wanting to give him a free walk, not wanting to go full. But Solomon might have been in standing up there.
If he had been down ahead in the count, not having to protect, you would have seen him take that pitch, as he clearly would have seen Cole in front of him having the bag. He fouls another one off left side, turn it into a really good at bat. Let's see him win this at bat right here.
Ninth pitch with a 2-2 count. He's fouled off 4 since getting the called second strike. And that one's down the middle, just misses, and that's foul ball number 5. And again, keeps the count at 2-2.
Solomon staying put at second the last couple. He just had a nice running start a couple of pitches ago, but hasn't found that same slot, as the pitcher has done a nice job changing up his tempo here on his delivery a little bit.
Second baseman staying a little closer to the bag now too. It's really opening up the gap between first and second. If Connor gets that outside pitch and decides to go oppo with it, it's a guaranteed single. Outfielder both playing closer to the line.
Little inside move, checking the runner back.
I don't know if they think they've got a Ty Manning in center field or not, but they're certainly giving him a lot of space. He's got a lot of ground to cover as center fielder. And there's a hard hit ball right up the middle, one hop off the glove.
A bit of a break there for the Desperados as it off the glove and bounced routinely then to the shortstop. So that out will go 1-6-3. A great bat for Connor, though. Very productive, moving Cole over to third base with just one out in the inning.
Brings up the EH. Dawson Shelburne, number 4.
And there's your Dallas Tigers, what teamwork's all about, knowing what a good at-bat that is. Congratulating Connor on that good at-bat. We like seeing that.
So Dawson Shelburne coming up with one out, clearly here to do a job. Infield in on the corners, but back in the middle. Not sure I understand this defensive position, Paul, with no runner at first base.
Well, they'll give up the out on the one in the middle. Don't want to run into a big inning, but might come home on a shot to the corner.
Swing and a miss. High fastball gets him swinging on that one. So we need some contact here with an 0-2 count.
Dawson takes an extra second to gather himself. That one's high and away. Pitcher definitely amped up here. Got a little adrenaline going. We've seen a little sharper movement and speed, velocity, I believe, in this inning with Cole Solomon on base.
Now that Solomon's at third, he's going from the windup for the first time since Solomon walked.
Very good eye right there, taking it out. Now evening the count, feeling much better about the at-bat at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Dawson just looking for contact here. Got to be productive. Get that run home.
And that one's fouled back to the screen. A good swing. It was the pitch to hit, I believe.
It really was. He got the location he wanted. It might have been a little bit of a change-up, or maybe the pitcher just took a little bit off of it, so he was just ahead of it, missed it on the bottom of the ball, fouled it back to the screen. Keeps the count at 2-2, though. He'd like to see that pitch again.
This is high. That would make the count go full, 3-2.
He really did not want to get into this position. Starting that bat off with 2 quick strikes and an 0-2 count. 5 pitches later, we're a full count. A great at bat here by Shelburne. Needs to pay it off, though, and get that run in.
This is a pop fly. A lot of ground over here. It looks like they just on the top of the dugout. Looked like they might have a play. They thought they might have a play as they tracked it in earnest.
Again, I think the pitcher takes a little bit off of it there to make sure he throws a strike, and that got Dawson a little bit ahead of the ball. Under and ahead. Pops it up right onto the dugout. for the Tigers. Still a full count. And the payoff. Outside, and he's walked him.
And that puts good speed at first base. So we could have a lot of options here. A good hitter at the plate in Landon Longsworth, who has hit the ball sharply here in the last couple of weeks. Hit a home run yesterday, his first of the season.
Yeah, that's two quality at-bats back-to-back by the Tigers. You really got to hand it to them, not giving an inch to this pitcher. He's ahead on both batters. Might see some frustration there from Angelo now. It starts out with a fastball up that wasn't really even close.
He's done a nice job keeping the Tigers off balance, but he hasn't been able to put them away here in this inning. Nice fastball up in the zone for strike one. Swinging strike. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pick off over to first, checking Dawson Shelburne, who's back easily, standing up.
We don't have good visibility to the bullpen here, but with the two runners both on walks in this inning, we'd expect that the Desperados will get somebody up to warm up soon if they're not already.
That ball's out, and a throw down to third, also in standing up, Cole Solomon. So both runners being checked.
Spotter tells us that the bullpen's still empty. Nobody warming up. 2-0 count to Longsworth.
2-1.
That's a strike.
Yep.
Oh.
And that'll get it done. A line drive, and it's misplayed by the center fielder, who has now fallen over.
Lost his footing.
Lost his footing as he came up on it initially.
Shelburne digging hard and being chased by Longsworth, who really wants the inside the park home run.
And they're both going for it, and they'll both score.
Fantastic speed demonstrated there by Longsworth, who chased Shelburne around the bases. Shelburne gasped as he's coming into third. Didn't have much choice as Longsworth was breathing down his back. That's going to go in the books, I think, as an inside the park home run.
A bit of misfortune for the Desperados. The center fielder came in on it a few steps, and he was burned at that moment because the ball had a lot of carry, but then fell as he was trying to backtrack. And he got all the way to the wall at 395, and good speed on the bases got them both in.
That'll do it for you. So
that'll turn the game around. The Tigers now lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Tough break out there, both for the pitcher and for the center fielder. I think center fielder may have had a play on that if he'd have taken his first couple steps back rather than in. But as it turns out, that's a inside the park home run and 3 RBI for Landon Longsworth. Brandon Ernest now up to the plate, takes strike one on the outside corner. Maybe a generous call there, and he gets another generous call on the inside corner. So the plate's gone from about 18 inches wide to about 24 inches wide there for an 0-2 count.
Little instruction there from Bankston. Ernest gets back in the box. Misses low and in.
Only the third hit of the game for the Dallas Tigers. Results in 3 RBI.
Some more instruction from Bankston. 1 ball, 2 count. Don't know what's going on down there at third base.
Bankston probably adding some levity, as he's been known to do. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. That's a tough pitch to lay off of, but an even tougher pitch to make contact with. And Brandon Ernest will head back in the dugout and start thinking about pitches.
That'll bring up Chaz Peterson, number 10.
2 outs in the inning, bases cleared. Tigers leading 3-1.
Third baseman playing back a few steps, and we are going to see a drag right here.
Read the defense perfectly there. Knew the third baseman had retreated because of the 2 outs. Had the field open, so he attempted that drag bunt. Just let it get about 10 or 12 inches foul on him. Nice attempt. I think we'd have seen him at first base without any problem if that had stayed fair. He's got a lot of speed.
That'll bring the third baseman even with the bag. Probably change the opportunity here for Peterson.
First baseman now playing way in on the grass, too.
Takes the ball up. Not showing bunt there. And we may have seen the last of that here in this inning as the third baseman is now even with the bag. 2-1, another ball high. Starting to miss a little bit up in the zone right here.
Yeah, he's definitely showing some fatigue. And, you know, you get this near 100-degree weather, you're out there on the mound, and you're out there as long as he's been because of some of these.
And we are going to see a drag, and this one's executed brilliantly. Right 6 inches fair. There is absolutely no play on that bunt.
No, that was 12 feet from the plate when it came to rest, 6 inches fair. No one could have made that play. Great bunt single by Chaz Peterson. Gets a runner on the bases.
And the man that swung the hottest bat yesterday, Matt Natola, now at the plate.
Grounded out to second, first time up.
Chaz Peterson showing some speed, and he's... It was going to be close, but he slid a little early.
That's a 56-foot steal there. Unfortunately, he needed 4 more feet to go. So he'll be thrown out at second, saving Matt Natola's bat for the bottom of the 5th inning. Tigers take the lead on 2 hits, an RBI, 3 RBI inside the park home run by Landon Longsworth. It's 3-1 after 4. We'll be back with the top of the 5th inning in 1 moment.
So welcome back to the top of the 5th, where your Tigers have scored 3 in the bottom of the 4th and now lead 3-1. That'll be it for Ernest, who gives up 1 run on 4 hits. Hit 2 batters. Had 2 strikeouts. Matt Natola now on in relief in the top of the 5th. We've got a few other defensive replacements we'll get to in just a moment.
Leads him off with a low ball 1. Caught there by Pearson Monroe to complete the battery. Pearson back behind the dish. He started the game there. Got an inning off as Tate Trueblood relieved him. But he's back in there to finish the game. High ball 2 for the leadoff hitter. Number 23, your center fielder, Pat. Hit by pitch in his first at bat and flew out to left field at his second at bat. And there's a
sharp
right
single
down the
to left. A diving attempt by his shortstop Longsworth.
So right away, the Desperados, looking to answer back, have speed on the bases with their leadoff and a single outside the reach of the shortstop. Tate Trueblood now toes the bag over at first base to hold the runner. Chaz Peterson evidently losing the rock, paper, scissors battle with Dawson Shelburne at second base. Landon Longsworth at short. And Shelburne winning the rock, paper, scissors battle gets third base. High ball 1.
Starts him off with a high fastball, ball 1. This is the number 2 hitter for the Desperados as they have their leadoff runner on.
Carnell, your right fielder.
In the game.
Yeah. Flew out to left and into right.
This one is hard, but just foul wide of third.
I think Shelburne made that call before Blue did, but both of them decisive on it. Started out in foul territory, just a little bit left of the bag by the time it got 90 feet away from the plate.
And a 25 hopper, but easily made the fence, and we could actually hear the echo. That ball was hit hard.
Connor Lynch, your left fielder, runs it down. Ty Manning still in center field, and Brenton McMahon again in right field. So it's a 1-1 count to Carnell. Man on first. No outs here in the top of the 5th. Your Tigers leading 3-1 against the Desperados. Throwback to first base. Leaning and diving back safely as Trueblood puts a tag on.
Nice breaking ball there. Change of speed more than anything else. Got the hitter way out in front of that one, and now ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just low in the zone there for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Natola worked yesterday 1 inning in relief. Wasn't a save situation, but definitely had a 3-up, 3-down shutdown. Looked really good coming off his last start against the Banditos. Quick snap move to first base. We're going to see a throw and a play at second.
Tate Trueblood with a long throw, and they just missed the tag down there somehow. The throw was a brilliant one from Trueblood.
Langsworth certainly thought he put the tag on, as did pretty much everybody in the ballpark except the guy who counts, and he's in powder blue about 10 feet from the plate. He'll get questioned by
and Bankston doing his coaching thing, talking about where the tag should be applied and how to set up for that throw coming in. Bang, bang play down there, but the advancement does happen. A lot of chances to get the out there. I think he was going on the pitch, and Nittolo with the snap mood had him off balance. This ball is hit hard again down the left side. Just foul. In the field of play, but well foul.
Lynch runs hard to get down there to it, but again, all that green unable to cover it.
And that one was about 300 feet, so good power out of this two-hole hitter.
He's already shown the ability to go both sides, having flown out to both left and right. Tola pitching him inside on the 2-2 count. Just misses down and out for ball 3. Runs the count full.
It's where you'd really like to see a little better, different frame. I think he missed his spot, and that's what caused the ball. We've seen that one a strike a time or two. Might have missed just low, though.
Yeah. Tough to frame those sometimes if you get fooled by your own pitcher. An inside move, just to look him back a little bit. Make sure he's not getting a running start on this 3-2 count pitch. Tola to the plate, and he misses down and out. That'll be a free base for number 34. So after the Tigers are able to put 3 on the board and change in pitching, Desperados coming right away with a bounce back inning. A runner at first and second with no outs, and that'll bring a mound visit by Bankston. 3-hole hitter Garrett grounded out to shortstop twice. Ground out here would be very helpful to the Dallas Tigers. Ernest was able to scatter 4 hits over 4 innings and only give up 1 run. We've got a hit and a walk to start out the top of the 5th. Need Nittolo to find the zone here and really get some work done.
Party on the weekends down here.
We're back and ready. Nittolo toes the rubber, looks in for the sign. No outs, man on first and second.
A hard bunt on a ball up in the zone. Clearly going small ball, but the coach would have liked to see him pull that one back.
Yeah, that ball might have hit him in the face if he'd have pulled it back. That was up and well out of the zone.
We got a change in left field. Looks like Cole Solomon taking left field.
That's likely a bullpen move. Connor Lynch coming in. We'll probably head straight to the bullpen and warm up, just in case Nittolo isn't able to work his way out of this. Throws a high fastball there and gets strike 2. Well ahead of this batter. Strikeout goes a long way here in a first and second no-out situation.
And this is good speed all the way around, including the batter who nearly beat out a fairly routine ground ball to shortstop. So a double play looks very unlikely, so the strikeout is key right here.
Tries to get him to go on a high fastball, but that's way out of the zone, and Pearson does all he can to snag that ball before it gets to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Garrett, number 1. Your second baseman. And a swing and a pop fly. That's going to be an infield fly rule. Dawson makes the catch, although umpire had already called the runner out. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Keep runners at first and second.
And a nice job there from Nittolo pitching. Kept it high in the zone. Saw the first bunt attempt. kept it up there and got the swinging pop-up.
Blew intentionally late on that call and quiet on the call for the infield fly, because if that ball goes foul and is not caught, it's just a foul ball. And it was fairly close to the line. Ended up working its way in about 5 feet, so it was the infield fly roll. But don't want to distract the fielder and have that happen. Oh, he gets the tag on him there. So an attempted double steal, throw down to third base. Dawson is pulled off the bag by Pearson's throw. Swiping tag misses him, but the runner trying to avoid the tag misses the bag and is 10 feet past the bag when Dawson makes the tag for the second out. So what looked like a very, very promising inning for the Desperados. Now the Tigers just 1 out away with a runner at second and 2 outs now. Cleanup batter at the plate.
Beautiful curveball dropping in for a strike there. Third base coach showing his disgust, throwing his cap to the ground after his runner, who had made a good break on the pitch, just couldn't hold the bag there at third base. We have another steal of third base and a foul ball. Stole that one, clearly a good jump against Matt there, who didn't check him that time and had a running start. Would have had third base easily, probably without a throw.
Yeah,
although Pearson had come out of the crouch and was looking to make the throw as the foul ball went off the screen.
That might have been a hit and run situation. 1-1 count. I'm not sure. But normally a batter can see that good a jump when the runner's jumping from second and you thought he'd laid off and let him get into third. Curveball just misses up above the belt. Again, one we've seen called, but that runs the count to 2-2 for the cleanup batter. Brandon, your catcher.
Had the batter fooled right there and thought he might have the punch out. He goes back to the curveball, and this one is drilled to left field where Cole Solomon hauls it in. A hard line drive, but gloved easily to retire the side for the Tigers.
So 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning with your Dallas Tigers leading 3-1. And Matt Natola, the relief pitcher, up to the plate. Defensive change for the Desperados as we enter the bottom of the 5th. Carnell, your right fielder, moves over to left field. Jordan, left fielder, to center field. Tevins comes out of the dugout to right field. And that'll send your starting right fielder, or starting center fielder, to the dugout. Hard shot to third base.
Matt Natolo, now the pitcher of record, drills that first one off the glove. Really, really hard hit.
I'd like to see a little bit better movement by the third baseman. Kind of I'm going to say lackadaisical effort there. Just kind of put the glove down. It's going to be scored a hit because it was away from the body like that, and it was a very hard hit ball. We're going to see a courtesy runner for Manitola here as the pitcher of record. Chaz Peterson, the last batted out, will make his way out to first base as the courtesy runner.
That'll bring up Tate Trueblood. Again, the Tigers putting pressure on, getting the leadoff runner aboard here in the bottom of the 5th, looking to tack on anything. Trueblood, not known to bunt, can do it all, though, and you may see some small ball here played by Bankston. First pitch swinging, and it's just foul down the right field side.
Tried to take that outside pitch, oppo, which is what you want to do with it, but just a little bit late on it. Tailed out foul.
With center field shading the left and right fielder shading the line, there is a huge gap in right center field, and Trueblood may have bug eyes on that, how much green there is out there toward that 355 sign.
He doesn't mind an outside pitch here. But that one's up and out, and he'll let it go. Takes the count to 1-1. Again, Natola at first base, been courtesy run for by Chaz Peterson. So we got speed on the bases. Not that Natola is slow. He certainly has the speed as well. Hopefully Peterson can get a 60-foot steal this time. Left-hander. Left-hander gets that call, catches the inside. That little tail by the left-handed fastball coming back into the zone. Gets a called second strike. So Trueblood behind in the count here, 1-2.
Impressive. Moved in and out and changed speed. He's had a good thing, and that's going to find turf right there, and that's what we're talking about. An open gap in right center. It's a base hit all the way. Perfect positioning there, finding the grass.
Yeah, that is a change-up. He probably was a little bit ahead of it, got the bottom of the ball. Not really a Texas leaguer, but if they're not playing that wide-open right center gap, that's probably a caught ball by one of the two fielders. But off the bat, as you said, it's clearly a single, and Peterson reads it well. Is down at second base, no problem. A lot of times on those, you'll get the force out at second because the batter thinks it's going to be caught. But you read it well.
Monroe easily putting down the sacrifice, right back to the pitcher and hustling down the line.
Oh, blue!
Just got him by a half step down there.
He's being challenged by a lot of different people on that call. Monroe is hustling down the line and clearly looked to get on the bag as the throw came down. Bankston asking him a few questions and not getting the answer he wants, but is happy enough with it.
And Pearson hustling back to the dugout. And we got a viewer from Leeds, England. Welcome aboard. This is the Dallas Tigers Network, broadcast network here on Periscope.
So that'll go in the books as a sack bunt, moves the runners to second and third. This will be a pop fly. It's a tough play to make. Right fielder coming in. Basket catches it right on top of the second baseman's head, who had not given ground enough. Obviously not deep enough to go for a sack fly. Even all the speed we have at third base with Chaz Peterson. Ball barely getting out of the infield.
And that's first pitch swinging and a pop-up. Bankston giving a little coaching there as Brenton heads back to the dugout. But that's going to turn the lineup over with 2 outs.
Be looking for a clutch hit from Ty Manning, who's struck out first time up on a 9-pitch at bat. Flew out to center field last time up. And there's a hard hit ball
into left center. The center fielder looks like he has it and does. In straightaway left center, but just a little bit too much air on that one. Hauled in for the third out of the inning, and that completes the fifth. Your Tigers up 3-1. We'll be back in just a moment. Matt Nittolo on for his second inning of work here in the top of the sixth, relieving Brandon Ernest, who's now at second base. Another defensive changement that puts Chaz Peterson at third base and Dawson out in left field.
First baseman Ryan, number 24, up to bat. First pitch swinging and a deep fly ball to right field. Brenton on the move, can't make the glove, runs into the fence. He's on his knees, throws the ball to the cutoff man, holds the runner at second base. So a stand-up double to lead off the top of the sixth inning by Ryan. Hit the ball hard all 3 times at bat, grounded out to second base, flew out to center field, and there a stand-up double over right fielder's head. McMahon made a grand effort to get back there, running all the way.
Had his glove up, looked like he had it tracked, and if he didn't, you'd like to see him run a little bit more to the spot there, but great effort and got the back in, holding him for a double.
So that brings up your now center fielder, number 15, Jordan. Flew out to left field last time up, had a single up the middle to get the first base runner on in the second inning. Scored the only run so far for the Desperados. Takes ball 1 inside.
That's ball 2. He missed with a curveball on first pitch outside, and that fastball runs inside. So 2-0 is the count.
Thank you, Paul.
Misses just out on that one, and that'll run the count 3-0.
I'd like to see a little bit more composure there after giving up a double. You don't want to see a 4-pitch walk, so we need Nittolo to find the zone here and battle back. Squares to bunt, but it's clearly a bunt take.
The obligatory automatic called strike 1 with 3-0 count.
3-0 count, 1 hopper to the catcher. Gets the call.
On the fake bunt, it just doesn't pan out for you to make that sign. 3-1 now. Nittolo now battle. Now he's in the battle. Misses high for ball 4. And that puts the tying run on base with nobody out here in the top of the 6th.
So 2 straight innings, Manitola in relief puts the first 2 runners on board. We'll see if he can battle out of it. Got out of it the first inning, doing a good defensive job and on a base running error, I would say, by the lead runner, who overran third base and got tagged out on an attempted double steal. Going to take a little bit of luck here.
And that's going to send Connor Lynch down to the bullpen, as you called last inning, and he's jogging down there, so a little urgency from Bankston right here to have somebody on the ready.
Cole Solomon will warm him up as the shortstop, Caden, is in the batter's box. Struck out last time up and grounded out to second his first time at bat. Takes ball one high.
You can do this, man.
Showing almost an attempted bluff at a delayed steal right there. Got Pearson's attention for sure, and some things going on. They showed last inning that they're not afraid to run in this situation.
A quick move to first base. Throws it well past Trueblood, who glove comes off in the attempt in his full sprint to the ball. We've got one run across, ball into the infield, and a man at third now. So Natola misses badly on the pickoff attempt, trying to catch the runners off guard. Trueblood holding it first, and
Trueblood leaving his glove there at first base.
Just diving attempt into the air, tried to get it, got the glove completely off his hand, and just turned and sprinted to get the ball.
And Tigers truly up against it now with just a 3-2 lead with the tying run, nobody out on third base, 90 feet away. 1 ball and no strikes. He's going to get the strike there on the outer half. 1-1's the count. The Tigers are willing to pick at any base at any time, and it usually works out, but that was an errant throw on a quick snap move.
So the infield's in. Tigers not willing to give up this tying run at third, even with no outs.
A changeup down in the zone gets a swinging strike two, and now ahead in the count.
Just as we talked about last time, when you're in this situation with base runners and no outs, that first out coming via strikeout is just a huge lift for the infield, the team, and obviously the pitcher. So you'd like to see a great pitch here, great frame job by Pearson Monroe potentially, and a strikeout.
Spoils the pitch. Defensive swing just to foul it off the screen there. Keep the count at 1 ball, 2 strike.
That was the pitch you want. No doubt about it. It was going to catch a little bit of the plate. Probably get the called strike if he doesn't swing at it, but not a pitch that can be hit with any kind of power. Natola asking for the ball that he fouled off as opposed to the one that was thrown back in. So he gets it from the on-deck circle, toes the rubber, finds a sign, and comes set. He gets a swinging strike there with first base unoccupied. It'll take a throw down to first to complete the strikeout. Plenty of time. Matt Natola comes in to back up for the play at home. Runners staying at third base, no problem. So we get the strikeout for the first out of the inning.
Not out of the woods yet, though, with 1 out. Tying run 90 feet away. Brings up number 13, Justin, your third baseman.
Hit by pitch his first time up in the second inning. Singled through the 5.5 hole. His second time up.
And takes ball 1 high and in.
In the fourth inning, he got that single, was stranded at first base. It was a 2-out single. See if the infield can keep the ball in front of him. Just misses on the inside corner there. We've again seen that one called, but that one tailing more toward the batter. Less likely to get the call. That one's up and out of the zone.
3-0 is the count now, and a walk's not the end of the world here. As with 1 out, you might put the double play in order here. I don't think it's a give up, though. I think you'll see him try to still go to work here.
Misses low for ball 4. That'll put runners at the corners with 1 out.
And going to get a mound visit here by Cameron Bankston. And that's going to be all for Matt Natola. He's going to call for Connor Lynch.
You're all right, Matt. It's okay.
You probably don't want to walk there because it puts the go-ahead run on base, and you want to stay away from that. Try to squeeze that runner from third. So
Exactly. So Natola in 2 innings of work gives up 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 3 walks. Still responsible for the 2 runners that are on the bases. There's 1 1/3 innings of work. So Connor Lynch warming up on the mound. He's third pitcher for the Dallas Tigers in this game. Looking to protect the lead. Brandon Ernest still on for your winning pitcher if we can keep this runner from coming across the plate.
there's a lull here in the action as we had some words in the dugout there. But,
interesting mound visit that after the mound visit, Coach Bankston left the infield and headed into the dugout just to do a little more coaching, and now he's back out to watch the end of the warm-ups by Connor Lynch.
This is the designated hitter, number 28, going to be at the plate. Again, reset here for you. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 1 run already in, making the score. Desperados 2, Tigers 3. We got runners at the corners, 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Connor Lynch coming on to pitch for the Tigers. You're going to be facing the designated hitter, Collins, number 28.
Batting last in the order, but does have a hit. First time up, he had that infield single and RBI that scored the only run previous to this inning for the Desperados. Flew out to a hard line shot to Landon Longsworth last time up.
Bankston, Lynch taking a little stroll around the mound. And coming back, we'll see him work out of the stretch. He's going to keep that runner in order. The Tigers are playing double play depth up the middle. And in on the corners, a good pitch on the outer half of the plate gets strike 1, a swinging strike.
That's a great location there. That's one that's probably going to get called, but as we've talked about, it's in a location that's almost unhittable. Certainly can't hit it for any power.
Man on first extends his lead a little bit and gets a throw over.
Pearson wants to discuss that as he was setting up on the outside corner, and I'm not sure he saw the pickoff move as the call.
Got all kinds of action in order. You could see a squeeze here. You could see a safety squeeze, or just any kind of contact for the Desperados as they try to tie this game. Tying run 90 feet away. It is a bunt, a little bit of a safety squeeze, and that one's high and fouled off to the screen, and now Connor Lynch in control of the at-bat ahead 0-2.
A definite change up there. I don't know whether he knew that the bunt was going to get squared or not, but he intentionally left that up in the zone and took a lot off of it. Made it a very difficult pitch to bunt.
Everything down. Let's go, boys.
It's a pitch out there.
Purposely high.
Looking to see what the runner did. Almost had a throwback to first base. Just not enough space, not worth taking the chance.
Lynch ahead 1-2 in the count. And the pitch is a curveball for
Beautiful
strike
curveball.
3. Drops it right in on the inside corner. A beautiful pitch there.
Absolutely froze the batter. Nice dramatic hesitation by Blue, but makes the call and gets the cheers. 2 outs. This will bring up your defensive substitution. Number 10, Tevin, batting for Pat. center fielder. He came in and is now playing in right field. Starts him out with a beautiful pitch and that down and out, just catching part of the zone for strike one. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Beautiful pitch. Eats it into the dirt. Pearson does his best to block it and keep it in front of the plate. Everybody stays in place. And again, Connor well ahead on the count. 0-2.
And we've seen him effective in these situations, but we haven't seen that much bite on his curveball. Really, really looks sharp today.
Must be serious humidity working out here or something, Paul. Because that one just cut hard.
0-2, again, ahead in the count and in control of the at-bat. He gets a curveball again. He goes to it, and this one's fouled off. Kevin stayed with that one and had it lined up, just fouling it off.
Right off the concession stand that time. That'll get a grandpa up to get the ball.
You'd like to see if you could get him to swing at one out of the zone right here.
As if he could hear you, Pearson Monroe works well outside. He's in the left-handed batter's box. Gets the pitch right where he was set up. Too far out for Blue to give him the call. A lot of times a pitcher will do that, not necessarily to get the swing, but to move the batter's eyes. Wouldn't be surprised to see another one close to that.
This one's low and away.
Takes the count to 2-2.
And now 2-2. You're going to probably want to see this for a strike and not have the runner at first base in motion here at 3-2.
You got it, Connor.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a pickoff move here either. Nope. Comes in, just misses inside with the curveball. That'll run the count full.
A beautiful pitch, but just missed inside. Just didn't quite have the same action that the last batter is. I think it was a good call, good fair call by Blue there, although it looked really pretty.
Fans wanted it, but he left that one inside. Runner going right down the middle, swinging strike, but he just tips it. Pearson unable to glove it. Takes that one off the forearm. Keeps the count full. That'll bring Bankston, a former catcher, out to check on his dish mate. Pearson seems to be fine. Got the helmet on. Connor trying to dry his hand.
I got to say, he was on that fastball, just fouling it off the mask. He'd love to have seen that one gloved. Get out of this inning.
Yep.
Connor back in the stretch. Runner going from first, and this one's a ground ball, easily handled by the big cat, and taking 3 unassisted. They really worked themselves out of that inning.
No doubt about it. They leave a runner at first and a runner at third. The Desperados get a run, but still trail 3-2. Get that run on 1 hit and 2 walks. But the 2 strikeouts really go a long way to helping finish in the inning. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th as your Tigers lead 3-2 over the Desperados. One defensive change for them.
All right, welcome back to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cole Solomon to lead off. We have 1 defensive change for the Desperados.
Number 88, Jordan, takes over duties in left field for Carnell. He'll also be the leadoff hitter in the next inning.
Solomon takes the ball up and out.
Your Tigers leading 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Escape a tough inning, giving up 1 run in the top of the 6th, but with runners on in scoring position with 1 out at third base, to get out of there and still have the lead. That was quite a defensive accomplishment.
Connor Lynch really doing the job. Got a strikeout and a weak grounder to the first baseman to get out of the inning. Cole ahead now, or 2-1 is your count on Cole Solomon, the leadoff batter in the bottom of the 6th.
Real hitter's count here. He's looking to turn on it. Just underneath this one, this is going to be fouled out of play. Right above your scorer's head. That's a 2nd strike. Takes the count 2-2. So Angelo continues to work on the mound. This is his 6th inning of work. I got to believe that pitch count's up in the 100 range. Paul, he's had a lot of at-bats go deep. There's a hard rip down the third base line. Tough call by Blue. A little bit indecisive. He calls that foul.
It was very close down that line. Could have gone either way, it looked like, but there was no argument, so And it was a little bit of a delayed call.
Yeah, he didn't hop into that line as quickly as you'd like to see him. That was a second hop on the grass was a good 2 or 3 feet fair. Kicked a little left, but you didn't think that was going to be a foul ball.
This is a sharp ground ball on the ground all the way, and he is going to miss the tag. A little wide throw from the shortstop, and the leadoff runner again on board. This one via the error on the throw from the shortstop.
And Cole Solomon, great hustle down to first base, but he's easily out if the first baseman can hold the bag. Had to come down the line about 8 feet. Cole Solomon was
and that's
2
the ball
feet
game,
past him.
folks. We have a time limit, and your Tigers are now 3-2 winners and win all 3 games in their pool. And we'll move on to the Platinum Bracket with action tomorrow.
And we'll,
so congratulations to the Tigers. And
Brandon Ernest, your winning pitcher.
And we will see you back on the air tomorrow.